Hey, what up, y'all? This is your boy Ken. You're watching The View from the Game. Thank you for tuning in. If you're on Instagram, you watch me live. I am the actual man behind the Instagram. Yes, I do answer my DMs. When you DMing me. Hey, but check this out, man. While I got your attention, make sure you go get my book, The 48 Laws of Game. That's right, The 48 Laws of Game. You can get it at audible.com. All you got to do is type my name, Pimpin' Ken, when you get to audible.com. And this book, as well as my other book, The Art of Human Chess. This is the book everybody's talking about. This is the book that your daddy should have taught you about. Everything that your daddy didn't teach you the game, it's in this book right here. And The Art of Human Chess, a study guide to win, teach you how to maneuver, teach you how to finesse, teach you how to play chess, teach you how to outsmart your enemy. You got to get my books, classics. Hey, man, also, man, make sure you subscribe, like, and make sure you let everybody know through notification where to come and get this joint at by sharing. And also, I am also the proprietor and the owner of HHF Mag, HHF Clothing, HHF Awards, and HHF Radio. Hey, man, stay tuned, man, and go to thehiphopfraternity.com and check us out. And every Monday, we're at the Ice Bar. That's right, 5456 Fayetteville Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Every artist get in free. Every A&R get in free. Every executive get in free. Everybody is free. Artists get to perform for free, and you get to park for free. The only free game in town.
Hey, this is Martina, aka Hustle Mom, and you are watching A View from the Game with my co-host.
Yeah, what up, man? This is Ken Ivy, man. The best ever did it, got away with it, man. Hey, man, I'm here having fun, man. Having fun with no sun, man, with my main man, Ice-T, man. Y'all see I've been holding this Grammy all day, man, because, hey, this is the first time I ever seen one close up. You did? Hey, man, this thing is popping and going down, man. Listen, man, I got my man right here, man. He got a new book out, man, Split Decisions, man. So we're going to let Ice introduce himself. He don't really need no introduction, but we'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, but I got the players in my house, and like we say, it's always a treat when players meet. You dig? So we having a good time here. This is my book. It just came out. It's called Split Decision. It's about my life prior to rap with my crimey Spike. And there was a point in my life where I made a decision to go straight and get into this music. Once I got into music, I cut off all criminal activity. He decided to try to do a couple more licks, try to get that, as they say, a war chest up so he could retire from the game. It didn't go well for him. He ended up catching a 35 to life sentence, and when he came out of prison, he did 26 on that. And when he came out, he asked to write a book, and I said, let's write a book about decisions, choices people make. Very easily, these pictures could have been swapped. Yes. I could have been him, he could have been me. You know, so it's a cautionary tale because that's my duty now as a player and an OG is to warn cats about, you know, the potholes in the game and how they can take your life or take your freedom so quickly and so easily. It all seems like fun to that mallet drops in that courtroom.
Yes.
And they hit you with them football numbers. You understand? Yes. So that's what this book is about. But in the meantime, I got my player partners over here, and we just gonna chop it up for a minute.
Many years ago, you did a joint called Colors, you know, for the
movie.
The movie. Mm-hmm. So I asked you earlier to do something for me. I'm asking you again. Can you spit the game, Colors, spit the rap?
Well, what happened when we did the movie Colors, I'll give you a little update on it. They wanted to use my song Squeeze the Trigger.
Right.
And I knew that if they wanted to use my record in a movie, I could ask to see the movie.
Right.
You can do that. And so when I saw the movie, I'm like, well, the movie's a little different. They got blacks fighting Mexicans, which doesn't happen in LA.
Right.
But it's Hollywood. And I said, do you guys have a song for the movie? They said, yeah, Rick James has done a song. It's called Everywhere I Go. If you look at the Color soundtrack, on the back side of it, there's a song Rick James did. It's Rick James singing about colors. Rick James is a player and a fly motherfucker, but he should not be singing about no gang shit. So I went in the studio that night with Africa Islam and I made the song Colors. And I wrote it from the perspective. One of the things I do as a rapper is I can rap from the perspective of other people.
Right.
So say, for instance, someone told me they was a drug addict. I could listen to you, learn from you, and then I could write a song as a drug addict, even though I never done drugs. I could do that. That's one of my styles. Right? So this record, I decided to come in as a gang member, and I grew up around the gangs in Los Angeles. So I've never been an active gang member, but I know and grew up with them my whole life, so I understand the mentality. So you want to hear the words, the colors?
Yeah. Break it down.
Well, another thing, a lot of times when you speak rap, it sounds different than the song. So it goes, I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life like a firecracker, quick as my fuse, vendettas of death, back the colors I choose. Red or blue, cause of blood, it just don't matter. Sucker dive for your life when the shotgun scatters. The gangs of LA will never die, just multiply. You don't know me, fool. You disown me, cool. I don't need your assistance. Social persistence. Any problem I got, I just put my fist in. My life is violent, but violent is life. Peace is a dream, reality is a knife. My color's my honor, my color's my all. When my color's upon me, one soldier stands tall. Tell me, what have you left me? What have I got? Last night in cold blood, my young brother got shot. My homeboy got jacked. My mother's on crack. My sister can't work cause her arm shows tracks. Madness, insanity, living profanity. Then some punk claiming you're understanding me? Give me a break. What world do you live in? Death is my set. Guess my religion. Colors. My pants are sagging. Braided hair. Suckers stare, but I don't care. My game ain't knowledge, my game's fear. I've no remorse, so squares beware. But my true mission is just revenge. You ain't in my set, you ain't my friend. Wear the wrong color, your life could end.
Yeah.
Homicide's my favorite binge. Colors. So I'll just walk like a giant, police defiant. You'll say to stop, but I'll say that I can't. My gang's my family. You're all that I have. I'm a star on the wall, it's my autograph. You don't like it, so you know where you can go, cause the streets are my stage and terror is my show. Psychoanalyze, try, diagnose me why. It wasn't your brother to brutally die, but it was mine. So let me define my territory. Don't cross the line. Don't try that crazy, cause that shit don't faze me. If you ran like a bitch, you wouldn't amaze me. Cause my color's death, though we all want peace, but our war won't end till all wars cease. And the last lines of colors says, you know, it's so easy to say, well, why don't you just stop gang violence? But it's the same as any other war. Once there's bloodshed on one side, it's hard to stop. You know, so I was like saying, don't belittle the gang wars to any other war that you guys might have created and you guys call those just wars. No, war is war.
Right.
And that's the mentality of a gangbanger. And the cold thing about it is the song was so good, people thought I was in the movie. I wasn't even in the movie. He's like, I saw you in colors. I'm like, you ain't seen me in colors. I was not in that movie.
In it too.
Yeah.
But you know the crazy thing about what you just said, brother. You know, I'm from the streets. I'm a pragmatist. You know what I'm saying? I'm pragmatic. So when I think about street shit, and I hear somebody popping that shit out their mouth, first thing I'm listening for, is it 100? You know what I'm saying? And everything you said is 100. But the thing that amazes me, for you to be able to be so explicit and so on point and authentic in that rap. You know what I'm saying?
Raw.
What made you made the decision? Because we talking about split decision to not to join the gang.
Well, I'm not from LA. I was born in Newark, New Jersey. So when I came to LA, I was shipped out there, and I went to an all-white, well, not an all-white, but a white junior high school, Palms Junior High, because they was busting out of the hood.
Right.
So I went there. So I didn't get into the gang culture until 10th grade when I went to Crenshaw High School. Crenshaw's dead center, South Central Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's dead center. It's in the rolling 60 hood.
Right.
So what I try to explain to people is, Kenny, you're not in a gang, you from a gang.
Right.
You have, the neighborhood is a gang. So
Right.
if you from a particular project, that's a gang, that's a set.
Right.
Me being coming in from another angle, I wasn't part of anybody's neighborhood.
Right.
I didn't move in. So when I went to school, I got rolling 60s, A-Trade gangsters, Hoover, Crips, Harlem Crips. But I'm not from none of their neighborhoods.
Right.
So I sized it up, being an orphan, being by myself. I'm like, well, as soon as I join a gang, I become enemies with everybody else. So why don't I just meet the shot callers and become friends? So I'm what would be considered in LA as a gang affiliate.
Okay.
So I know the cats from 60s. I know the cats from all the different sets. And by me not joining, I'm not at beef with none of them.
Right.
So I just started to learn how to navigate gangs early in my life. Then by the time I got to the 11th grade, I started reading Iceberg Slim, and I started hanging around with the players. And that's when I started wearing tailor-made clothes, and I grew my perm.
Don't talk about Iceberg Slim right now. I just want to say.
But I was more indoctrinated with that life than
Right.
the gangster life, because the gangbangers, they wear Chuck Taylors and khakis and this, that, and the third. And I was watching the crap shooters and the players, and I liked that style more. My friends were leaning toward that. So it was just being a player.
So more so when you talk about the gang culture, you coming from Newark, New Jersey, and you not being from 60s or
Any of the sets.
Hoover
Any of the
or
sets.
whatever, any of the sets, it was easier for you to stay true to your New Jersey roots and just be a player. And you seen players say, oh, those niggas I want to fuck with. Those,
Right,
them
right,
niggas,
right.
they on the same shit I'm on.
Now, check this. If I had came from Newark and moved into one of those neighborhoods,
Yeah.
I'm more than likely might have probably been part of the gang.
Well, that
Right.
segued me to my next question. We still talking about split decisions.
Right.
You know, and I think a lot of people, a lot of young people, when they see this book, you know, they'll be like, what is split decisions? You know, here Spike is on one end, you on the other end, you know, but it's other decisions besides. We're going to get to that because that's what this little trophy is. Okay, when we talk about split decisions, you know, you also hung out with the players. I remember you used to have a perm. I remember Darlene. I remember,
Yeah, yeah.
You know, all that shit was pimpish, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Man, that shit was pimpish, man.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm hanging around players.
Yeah,
But you hang around players, you involved with all the ism. Yeah.
And I see you was at the players' ball. That's why I met you. You know, I was there. You know, I was 4 deep with no sleep. You know, all my bitches mixed. I'm talking shit, and you there, and it was amazing to me. But then, you know, the thought of split decisions come to my head when I say, okay, this brother here, his name is Ice-T. He named himself after Iceberg Slim. So first thing I want you to do, just like I want you to do that Iceberg Slim poem.
Okay.
And then I want you to explain why you didn't become a pimp.
Okay. Well, I tried. Well, that's
tried.
another story.
Yeah.
I was in high school, and the players were now jumping off. I was like watching cats. You know, we used to call it getting teed. You know, they would go down, they get the tees. You know, remember the Vegas V's and the Ollie Flaps and all that old player shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, get your hat. I mean, we was hooked up and get the Barcelino, get the hat. We was playing hard. But,
Right.
So we coming to high school looking like this. So the niggas I was fucking with, MC. You ever met MC? My buddy that passed. But he was, so
I remember MC.
they were crap shooters, and they would carry Iceberg Slim books in their pockets, like Iceberg and Donald Goins.
Right.
So I'm curious because I wasn't cool enough to hang out with these niggas yet. But what's the books? So I start reading the books, and I'm intrigued. I'm entranced with the shit. So now I'm not only just reading it, I can quote Iceberg Slim. Right? So now I would go around school and I'm saying all this pimp shit, not letting niggas know that it wasn't me. They thought it was me. I'm like, it's a 40-year-old man I'm quoting. So I would quote it to the girls in nutrition. By that time, I was coming to school with I would come into school with magnetic rollers in my hair.
I remember that. You had the
Yes.
Iceberg Slim.
And I would take my curls out during nutrition, and my shits would crackle, right? And
Crackle.
yeah, you know, because I had that lot of body up in that shit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So my shit was right? But this is high school, so I'm coming in player
Looking
like that,
pimpish.
looking way pimpish and
Yes.
talking pimp shit.
Yes.
So the girls
Reciting
was
Iceberg.
right now. My name is Tracy, which is a girl's name. So now when you in the street, as soon as you meet a nigga, he go, Tracy, nigga, that's a bitch name. Now I got to fight a nigga I just met.
Right.
I just met him, right? Now,
Love
nigga,
to
what's that?
disrespect you.
So they would call me Crazy Trey. Because I want you to call me Trey, not Tracy. When I started quoting Iceberg, people would say some more of that ice stuff, T. Because they called it ice stuff. I would tell them it's ice. And basically, that's where I got my name. You want me to quote Iceberg
Yeah,
Slim?
quote Iceberg Slim.
I need a 3-way winch that'll play Jasper and a stench and take him around the horn. No Gene or John, this hoe couldn't con, cause that trick was never born. She'll be a good shot broad, an ace at fraud, and drag she'll play like a vet. She'll stuff like an ace, never lose a case, and leave many a mark in debt. She'll be rated the best in the East and the West when a boosting hand goes down. She'll steal knots out of knees and Fido's fleas. This bitch will steal out of many a town. Now I heard hoes cry about the wind being high and the law being on their tail, about snow and sleet being asshole deep and the tricks can go to hell. And some greasy spoon or juke saloon, you'll find them killing their time, crying hard luck tears and sucking up beers, and the pimps ain't getting a dime, turning $50 tricks just to get a fix, cause their pussy is doing the pimping. They just ruin the name of one hell of a game, cause they pimps is doing the simping.